It's a good morning to you. Welcome to Asake Online. My name is Zenzele Ndebele. This is another episode where we look at the history of ZIPRA, looking at the liberation struggle. The aim is to educate, is to inform, is for the young generation to know what happened, how this country was won and liberated from colonialism. But it's also to remind those who were there what happened and probably make connections, because out of these programs, a lot happens. People meet, people relate events, people remember what happened. We celebrate the milestones that happened during the liberation struggle. And of course, it's the history that we have. We celebrate our victories, look back at the losses and say, probably here we could have done better. It is also a lesson for the future generation. I don't think there'll be any other colonization, but it's always good to know how things happened and why they happened. And today in our program, we'll be talking to an ex-ZIPRA, of course, and his name is Charles Makhuya. Njabulo Moyo, and he's going to tell us about his experience joining the war, during the war, what happened, and after independence as well, what happened.
Abantu besuka lapha uku-addresswa e-parade ukuthi hayi lamhla ke njengoba i-training selaqeda sokuze kwenzakala iphathi yenu silifuna eZambia ukuthi liye-reinforce abanye so lonke khathe silisuka lapha omunye lomunye kitbag yakhe libuya lapha lifole njengoba lizibona imota nansi iconvoy yezimota ama-trucks, big trucks hayi vele semile straight umgwaqo semile ukuthi lapha uzangena company nje abantu abangaka sezimile. Abantu bathe ukubreakwa lapha ukuthi hayi break z abantu begijima besiyale ke emabharakini. Abantu beqalisa vele imorale yayivele si hayi woye all of a sudden kwazwakala isound empopo kanti kwakuyi anti-AI 14.5 eyayisidubula isibonile ukuthi isizibonile into egeleziyana yazi yachaya abazwayo sibi bathi yachaya abantu bengezwe umbhobho waqalisa ukuba excited woye anti babhize emabharakini bayacelebrate. The next thing Ndebele, within some minutes abantu besathi balalele isound liyana la ngapha abanye kwagcina nje ukuzwakala ama sound lana abantu be rejoice woye. The next thing after 5 minutes nawa ungafika ubona kwakusenzakala, it looked as if inkamba lana ile 20 to 30 years yachiywa ingasetshenziswa after 5 minutes ayiseqedile amakhiwo ukwenza umsebenzi.
So wena ungaphi khonapha?
Thina njengabantu abasebenzele camp hospital la sisuka kumana thina sisazimele ukuthi ngakutshela kahle ukuthi hayi mina ngasurvive so hayi ngabe ngiqamba amanga. It was automatic nje lami ukuthi I survived, maybe encenye kumba ngakwanisa ukuthi ngiyengena ngapi ku defense pit ngakhuthwa nje lami lapho engakhuthwa khona. Uyabona indaba siqalise nje ukuthi idlwe into leyenzakala ekseni ngabo past 7 but abaningi it went blank ekhanda la saqalisa ukungani siya recover maybe ngabo 5-6 ntambama siqalisa ukukhathi lapha kule nto ezakeleyo.
So did they bomb and assault kumbe babomba bahamba?
You know what happened? But zathi zifika zahle zaqala efront ngapho kwakumele kuphume khona izimoto. Lama locals yangona babe segedini abanye yazi bechiya apha abanye bekhala ukuthi hamba amaZimbabwe asehamba amanye asala right next to egedini lapha yiko kule communication center kwakubonakala ngezintambo so ama-information athutsha ngale bathe bebona that communication center bathi i-target number 1 day and bahle bayichaya to ground level first labaningi labantu abasegedini laphana vele bahle bachaya sezizochaya zingena nje zisiza phakathi kwenkamba sezinikana ama-flank, left flank, right flank hayi kwasokusenziwa umsebenzi but sezisiyaphuma ngale kwakulama gum trees very tall nxa usuka kuma gum trees usithi uya ngale then kwakule shooting range. I-shooting range kwakulama dummy tanks inkalakatha kwamadami. So ngiyabona zona zithi ziyathi laphana phezulu zithe ziyakhanala zabona ama-tanks zathi la kule heavy artillery. Anseziqedile azange zirotate ukuthi kumbe zitshaya kwesibili zathi vele zaphakama phansi zathi zachaya phansi. But zahamba nje straight. Zaqeda nxa zithi ziyaphakama laphana ungane zithi zifuna ukuphenduka zathi zabona ama-dummy tanks lana hayi zahle zalala phansi zahamba.
Kwafa abantu
5 kwafa abantu Ndebele. Ngiyakhumbula laphana sathi sesiyenza i-mop up. Izidumbu esazithola laphana it was 249. But sasingakaclear kuhle the whole ground, but abantu esasesikwanisile ukuthi sithi account for 249, including ngisananzelela laphana ukuthi kwaba le one a Russian guy, one advisor, then about 6 ama-Cubans afa laphana same spot. Ngibala nje abafele enkambeni. Yeah. Ama-casualties wonke, they are over 1,200. Yeah, casualties. Because inkamba liyana since kwakuyiday ukuthi kuyahanjwa abantu bonke babehamba excluding thina i-training staff, so we could not man the whole camp ukuthi sithi njengoba kuhanjwa lesi yabona take one position ukuthi in case of anything kube but abantu bonke kuthi ukuthi nje sakhangela i-distance ukuthi lapha ukhatshana and indawo umuntu esasimesabela ukuthi maybe can attack us yini ubona bo unita laba ngoba sasilokuba capture eduzane khona phana. Andiyabona, we never thought ukuthi ama-Rhodesian forces can travel up to Angola bazosibomba. No, laphana nje.
So bona babeyithole njani information ukuthi kule camp eAngola?
I think ilokuzeni i-first group since abanye babese kuma operations ngapha. Angithi le second group ethu babuya futhi kuma operations ngapha. Maybe somewhere somehow abanye bengabe ba capture or ba release information or si trainwa laphana obvious vera kuswelakali abantu ababuya laphana vele experienced people ababesuke ngapha vele on a mission between you ama-Rhodesian forces ukuthi point do we reconnaissance lisitshele lokhu la lokhu babe khona. So i-sketch nje ukuthi sahamba nje kuhamba ukuthi hayi laphana vele kuhamba kanje plus lakho headquarters yethu ngapha eZambia kwakungeke kuswelakale 1 or 2 umuntu waye monitor that movement, not i-movement ye-Boma alone ukuthi kuzabuya abantu abanje la kwezinye indawo because i-Boma isiyo yodwa yachaya inkamba zazichaya eziningi kuthi ukuthi la nxa babekhona abantu aba-release information la khona phana from within babekhona abantu always supplying information on a daily basis ukuthi namhla kwenziwa lokhu kusasa kwenziwa lokhu ubani uzakwenza lokhu ngelanga elinje.
So how does the camp recover from this? Did you continue with the training after bombing?
Yeah, i-training continued Ndebele kubhonjwa laphana sase sile amanye companies of almost 200 ayeseke asuka ahamba babethwala ngemoto abayigadela iplane kwenye indawo the next town and bese kubuya abanye ama-recruits ayefana ukuthi aqalise i-training nxa yonke i-third group isihambile. But unfortunately kwasokubuya I think about 3.5 companies or 2.5 companies ezama-recruits kusamele ukuthi kutshintshwane ukuthi ngakubuye laba bekubuye laba kubuye laba. Then kwasekubhonjwa ke angithi abantu labana bebuyile abasurvivayo labana ababengaka-train batrainwa berihlekanyana elincane. That was the 4th group now abatrainwa nje beyihlekanyana ngaba 2 companies or so batrain baqeda bajoyina i-3rd group le ebhonjiweyo ingakahambi sesekhona sathe saphuma laphana ecamp liyana kwa-create ama-bases around inkamba lana base eyinye yayile bajoyina labana abantu khona phana.
So lina lisuka nini eBoma selibuya ngapha?
Right. Kuthi sokuqeda i-training laphana ke sokuthiwa ke i-group liyana ama-survivors lalaba abanye kababuye ke eZambia singene futhi emgwaqweni the same procedure liyana bathatha abantu lana by road sesiyofika ngaphi eborder yeZambia, Angola and Zaire eKaripandi. Kufike kuchintshwane ke khona phana laba sebetrain bangene ngapha eZambia thina sithatha abanye faka ezimoteni sibuyele lapho. Akula muntu wayekwazi ukuyiwa ngaphi. Asisabuyelanga eBoma emabhesini. Kwayavulwa ke the last camp eyisemalanje town.
So you got a
town kwakuyimalanje, but i-camp yayise okunye it was ngani ngokuyi township kwakuthiwa iKhakhulama. 10 of Khakhulama sungena ke eKhakhulama, but it was malanje indawo yakhona kuyayibizwa nje malanje, but khona kuthiwa iKhakhulama.
So you got a becina khona ukutrain.
Yeah, kodwa kusagcina khona ukutraina abantu sasibathethe elokuzeni isithi Mayeba and Osolwezi sasihambe labo khona ngale, and mainly abafana laba they were all coming from Mashonaland West, the majority of them eUrungu.
Ngabe sebabe recruit abantu ababesile.
Yeah, kukhanya ngani abanye nje babezikhosela since bengabantu abahlala khona ngale along the Zambezi. Kuthi vele networking yakhona it was so simple ukuthi ababefisa ukujoyina bacrossiswe bahambe bachithwe ngalo kuthatha abanye bachithwe ngalo, but the majority they were coming from Mashonaland West.
So libuya nini ngapha eZimbabwe?
Right, labantu abatrainer baze babuya after babuye ngo-1981 basukele eLuanda bathwala bazofikela eBread Barracks la, the last group elokuzeni Angola. But lakho kwahlupha ubuya kwakhona kwangana kusela sure ukuthi vele abantu bazabuya. Babuya labana abantu nga thina sasala, some of us, mina ngase ngishiftile from a training team emalanje ngale ngakhanjiswa ngapha eLuanda, ngase ngihlala lo ZAPRA representative Eastern Ndweni, then responsible ngokuyibase okwabantu be-supplies abegcina ama-stores, impahla zonke ezazifikela ngale Angola zisiza Zambia. Kwakule team about 20 guys abafika khona, so inkambo yakhona yayiseVienna just outside Luanda, yikwapha sehlala khona. So thina sasala ke ngale because kwakule material eningi kakhulu, including izimota, ibhobho, ini lani kwakusese kuma stores khona ngale elokuzini eLuanda. Eventually sasafika isikhathi sokuthi lathi kuthi hayi imota lezi liyahamba lazo liyefika lazo koBulawayo. Lempahla lezi konke liyafaka phakathi, okuningi liyafaka phakathi, okunye lokhana obvious sakwahendwa over kumkhonto wesizwe we-ANC.
So imota labuya lazo lazisanga.
Imota sabuya lazo lapha and we surrendered imota lezi kuZAPRA. Zafika zasiwa eBellevue. I think ungakhanqa useBellevue kule garage leli ngapha entshonalanga. There was a ZAPRA house. I think it's still there. I'm not sure. Ngemuva kwe garage leli. The first house. Yiko basangenisa khona isimoto. Sazichiya khona phana. But eBoma laphana inkamba yayingayisiyo yena liyana kuphela eBoma ngesikhathi before bombardment. After second group isiqedwe ukutrainer ama-Cubans and Russians, I think the ZIPRA High Command, they decided to also include artillery training Angola. They established inkamba just outside the town next to Eluso. Inkamba le yayitraina abantu ama-tanks and ama-armored cars. Inkamba leyo abantu abe responsible inkamba leyo retired Brigadier General Ben Matiwaza, lo retired Colonel Njabulo Moyo. Yibo abe responsible as Zimbabweans belama Russians ngale. So inkamba leyo a small number of Zimbabweans abe specialized abe trained ama tanks and armored cars. Ba trainer silo baqedwe
without any problems.
Without any problems. Yes.
So susubuyile lapha eZimbabwe, you're back from war. Where do you go?
Hey, I'm back home here. Mina ke ngafikela eHarare, safikela eLundi flats. Sahlala almost I think a week there. Konke lezi mota zazikhona phansi. Sabuya ke sazo addresswa umdala uDubu. Wasitshela ukuthi hayi imota lezi lizahamba lazo lezi surrender ephathini khona le eBulawayo. From there onwards liza reporta ke ngesikhathi esinje eLwelin Barracks selisiya ku-integration. Laba abafuna ukuya ku-integration. Well sanikwa nje ukuzimadlanyana nathi nje sasifikile sanikwa khona phana eLundi. Hayi sangena indlela, we drove straight to Bulawayo. Yikufa ke lapha sahlangabezwa sa director ke saya khona ngale lapha into sachiya khona izimota. Well sahlala ke isikhathi sakwana ukuthi siye ku-integration. Mina ngahamba sele ku-integration and I was integrated as a non-commissioned officer. Ngapostelwa.
So you rank up on private?
Yeah, I'm private.
So you are a training officer.
Yes.
With all this experience, yes.
Yes.
Alright, you have a bag. Private. How did you feel?
Akuzange ke kungihluphe kangako ngoba bakhona babe sebebuye phambili. Basibriefa nje as guerrillas, uyazi information iyahamba.
Yeah.
Ukuthi hayi madoda lani kukhona okwenzakalayo lapha. Abantu abakhethayo lapha ngamani ama-British. So ungabona ngani kunjani njani, hayi vele ungethuki. Kuyabe kuvele uhlangane lakho. Awela abanye bayakwanisa ukungena but iningi ba reduce ama ranks. Yabona bazange bangene sibile ngama ranks ababelawo ngale. Yabona. Well lami sensiza ukuthi kulabanye labo babevele even higher than lokho engangikho khona. Bangama non-commissioned officers, abanye vele abazange bavunyelwe lokungena, abanye vele bathi bakhalala, abanye bathi baziyele eGoli. Yabona. Ngahle ngasensa lami ukuthi lapha ukuthi izinto azikho straightforward. Then into yakhona, well, it affected me a lot. But well, lapho mina ngahanjiswa khona, I was lucky because ngaqala ngapostelwa eDadaya. Yayisase 401. Right. Safika laphana ke, hey sathola amajaha ayeke alunyiswa ngezinja. Abuye azosijoyina sesikhona ngale. Twayelunyiswa izinja kubokame laso ngaphi kuthiwa eGlenville what. Babuye bazosijoyina ngale.
So ngamajaha eZIPRA.
NgayiZIPRA.
Aye ngana afuna ukungena kumasembu points.
Yeah, ngani kunjalo. So sesibuyile lapha sebesitshela nje besilandisela ukuthi lapha madoda ukuhamba so. Ingani ibattalion yethu yangani ivele sokule tension. To make matters worse, in next battalion esasibambanela, it was strictly Zanlas only. Ama-ZIPRA babeqalisela kuma non-commissioned officers kusiyaphezulu, but the rest amasotsha kwakungamazandla. On its own kwakuyi-threat kithi ngapha. Thina
Yayiphi le?
Yayi-4. Thina sasiyi-40 battalion. Bona babeyi-401. Yabo. Liyana engali 401 elamasotsha angamazandla, ukhomanda wakhona kwakungumZIPRA, uCEO wakhona kwakungumZIPRA. Ngapha thina ukuyimix la ukuthiwa bake balunyiswa izinja, this battalion commander kwakungumzandla. So ayingahlala nje khona phana lami, I got a chance ukuthi kwathiwa well kudingakala abantu abazajoyina ilokuzeni i-signals kulabantu abavele eMozambique abafuna abantu who can translate Portuguese and into English. Bebuza nje ukuthi maybe khona le ID. Hayi lami was one of those esabizwayo, babuya bona ama-Mozambican soldiers lana eDadaya khona phana bazosi-interviewa. Ngizwa sembiza ukuthi sofanele utshintshe uye ngaphi eMaswingo. Akusasela abantu ababizwa isatshintsha unyanda Fort Victoria what. Sabona sesihanjiswa khona le. Ngale sesifika ngale sesebenza lama Mozambican lana under i-signals now. Signals, ZNA signals. Wena hlala phana sayenza nje ama-courses ama-signals. Well, mina was lucky ngase ngi-appointwa nje kwami ukuthi hayi wena uzabe usebenza le command element yalapha e4 brigade. So mina most of the time ngathi nje ama-commanders wonke abebuya lapha nabetshintshana oDubu, the current CDF uSpanda uNyambuya bengisebenza lapho direct providing signals. Yeah.
So wena usuke nini kuwona?
Mina ku-army ngi-resign ngo-92.
Awuloko umprivate umboza ukukhuphukile mbithana?
Hayi sengikhuphukile mbithana. I was now a corporal. Yeah.
So ngesikhathi lezapha kwakusa-right ngo-92 into. So what made you leave the army?
Well, kwaku-right as you are saying ukuthi kwaku-right, but kithi esasiphakathi kwakunzima Ndebele, kwakunzima ukuthi nje nxa uvele uyazi into yakho uvele uyazi ukuthi mina ngifuna into leyi uhluzinikele. Kwakulezi zinto ezimbi ezenzakalayo. Imagine ukuthi 1980 sesibuyile angithi along the lines 82 83 mina lawe Ndebele sesichayana sesidingana sesibulalana sokudingwana sibili ukuthi abantu baphuma ijuma ukuthi bayazingela not inyamazana kodwa sokuzingela umuntu kuzingela umngane belilonke. It was not a good situation ukuthi we come back here, our friends they go hunting for us as if they are hunting for elephants, lions, whatever, and yet they were hunting zebras. It was something very unfortunate.
So you were in the army during that
Yeah.
time. And what was the atmosphere like? Were you free to walk around? Or?
No. Obviously, I was not free, though I was quiet. To be quiet, yiko kwakungcono. Yabona? Ngoba even if ungazube quiet, kwakukwaniseka ukuthi kuthiwa lo muntu asimboni kuhle, ukuthula kwakhe ukuthi ukuthi ulento ayenzayo. Ube vocal futhi ukuthi ubani influence abantu. Where's indaba khona? So it was not good. Yeah, kwenzakala sibili isikhathi sakhona but it was not good. Yeah.
So you leave the army, where do you go?
Ngaphuma i-army nje. Ngabuya ngahlala nje ngakithi ephumula lapha. Yazi trying to reflect, yazi. Mningi imibuzo yabisibuzwa. Kanti ake lisitshele. Yini phela lahambayo? Manje njoba sokunje kuthiwani? Kathi khona le lafundiswa ukuthi nxa sokunje lenzeni. Kathi esusuchile. Usufuna ukuthi wenzeni? Ngapha abanye benu bayabotshwa, la uzabotshwa phela khona. Kuzahamba kuthini? Mina ubaba we could talk lo masalo. Sisibe ngabantu abeclose. Nayi no. Umumo lo wenzakalayo liyazi lana ayisikho lokho besivele sithi siya kufisa ukuthi kwenzakala. Nesifisa ukuthi masibuya lapha abantu sihlale kuhle. Umuntu wonke uyenze into oyifunayo. Angithi ukuthi lawo ngifisa ukuthi ngiyenze lokho ufundele ngoba ufuna ufundele whatever. But lokho sokusenzakala lokho angazi ukuthi kuvela ngaphi. Maybe bona babevele bekuplane njengoba thina abanye sasingekho lapha babekhona. Maybe this is what they planned. Yabona. Ngahlala lapha nje lami I tried here and there ngangena lapha emsebenzini but mina kwayala ukuthi vele into zonezi ngichiyane lazo zokuthi ngithi ngifuna ukuthi nje umuntu wonke ahlale kuhle. Eventually I'm a member of inhlanganiso eyayithiwa Zimbabwe Liberators Platform. Is still there namhlanje. Mina I was approached by the late Wilfred Manda Zinashe Machingura. Khonapha kobulawayo labo Nyarambi I think he used to work in Montrose lapha kuhlala eKhilani. Sadiscussa nje ke then I said for this thing singayikanjani siyenzeni into lesiboneni ukuthi into lesibamba kanjani, then we can look back isibone into siyilungisa kanjani. Sahamba sibili ngeZTLP liyana but uyazi into nxa ivele ikhona Ndebele amanzi le oil vele kabuhlangani. Ungazama ukufosela ucatshe wedwa ngale kwesifula ukuthi ngifuna ukuhlanganisa sibili la kuyala. Kwayala. Kwagcina sokulwisana sokuchayana futhi khona pha. hayi ngakuchiya lokana well ngasebenza la khona apha nje town kunye ama small companies but well ngachiya but ngacina lami siqala futhi this time as ZIPRAs only. I'm also found a member of ZIPRA Veterans Trust. See former Silawo, the late Ray, retired Colonel Ray Ncube. Yeah, labo Fidelis Moyo, labo Besto Makhuya. Then abanye labo bazojoina later. It's still there. I'm still a member of the organization. And we thought ukuthi maybe nxa singa partner lenhlanganiso lezi zama church senze nje peace building, healing. Hayi sakwenza sibile sakwenza sibili countrywide. Unfortunately sasesimiswa nje ngama managers elizwe ukuthi hayi into yeni leyi sibone ngani iyasiphambanisa somehow. We to stop iloko zendiyana sibone ezinye inhlelo but siloko sisenza. Yeah, but sayijaya. Ngacina ke ngikhona lapho ku ZIPRA Trust. Sacina sibambana le inhlanganiso okuthiwa yi Tree of Life Trust. Yeah. Yasi yenzisa ama healing workshops. Very powerful programs, very powerful Ndebele. Most of ama ZIPRAs babengazake babe le opportunity yokuthi bangene inhlelo ezinjengazona ezisazinikwa yi Tree of Life. Basenza 3 days workshop senswa healing. Ilama processes nje athile. It's unfortunate that I cannot dwell much on Tree of Life layo. Ila abantu bayimele abafuze bakhulume ngakho. But thina njengama ZIPRA si appreciate kakhulu uncedo saliphiwa inhlanganiso le Tree of Life. Ukuthi albana nikwa opportunity yokuthi the current managers of this country bangene uhlelo lwe Tree of Life. Definitely they will change. I have no doubt about that. They will change.
You went to war, you spent all this time and gone to the army and you've done healing.
Yeah.
And sitting back now reflecting, do you have any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets. Yeah, I think it was time for me to do it. I know abanye abantu phambilini lapha kwami bayenza labo ezinye izinto abathi nxa behlezi kathesi engcenye umuntu athi hayi lapha engcenye ngaphambanisa. Ngiyakhangela nje abadala bethu bonke labaqalise istruggle lesi ngabo 50s, late 50s, early 60s. Ngiyahlangana labo lapho yazi ngizibuze sokuthi mina I'm so lucky. Mina ngitrainwe labantu abangango baba wami, labanye abadlula ubaba wami. Ngizibuza ukuthi hey, aluba lo wami ubaba wabuya lapha etraining mara. Lokho engubona lapha so ngize ngifise ukuthi hayi owami aluba kumbe ngimthathe ngimfihle ukuthi angaboni ukuhlupheka lokho okule. But bengize but what about these ones engaba labo mina abanye lost their lives khona ngale. Yabona? But ngibe ngizitshela ngithi hayi no, into yonke yayivele ihleliwe. uNkulunkulu wahlela nje everything. Mina okwami yiku accept. I'm very happy ukuthi mina I accept into zonke engizenzayo njalo ezingehlelayo ngiyazi accept.
Yeah, on that note, I think we want to thank you for spending time and with us and because imbali into eqhakathekileyo. And maybe finally, what's your last word to people who might be watching the program?
Yeah, mina nje engakutsho kathesi ukuthi hey, it's never too late for anything to happen. We might not have managed to make it during our time. Esasifuna ukuthi sikwenze ukuthi umuntu wonke nje uyazi akwanise ukuthola lokho afuna ukuthi akuthole. Into zonke nje zihambele kuhle umuntu wonke waleli lizwe. Kungabi khona nje ukuhlukumezeka here and there, yabona. But well, ukukhona labanye bethu abaqale behlukunyezwa. Labo babuye bajoyina futhi baba ngabantu abasebehlukumeza abanye abantu, which is very unfortunate ama ZIPRA. Yabona? Engikutsho nje ukuthi hayi madoda asixoleni. asixoleni sibone i-way forward. Ukuxola ukuthi mina ngiqale ngizikhangele mina. I should lead by examples. Ukuthi ngiyenzani mina empilweni yami, ngiyenzelani abanye abantu. Yes, asivumeni izinto ezenzakalayo. Sibonisane, sishare, njalo sithembane. Ngithemba ukuthi finally kukhona okuhle kuzakwenzakala. Of course abanye siyabe singasekho, abanye singabe sikhona, kodwa i-history will remain ukuthi hayi into le ayisuyila. Baqala ubani kwehlula laphana babuya ubani kwehlula laphana babuya ubani kwehlula laphana, finally thina sesikhona nansi into ethi sihambela wonke umuntu usehleli kuhle, into zonke sezisihambela kuhle. Yeah, ngithemba ukuthi abatsha ngiya-encourage nje abantu ukuthi hayi, let's keep on moving. Yeah, kungathi ngokuwa kwethu sesifanele silale sonke ukuthi sazonda laphana ukuthi sabuya laba sesidingwe ngani ngomvundla. Hayi, singakwenzi. Nxa vele koNdebele kungekho lokho koNdebele, ungakuqali iNdebele, uzaletha into embi kumndeni wakoNdebele. La nxa uthole thina uMakhuya sisenze izinto. By the way, mina uMakhuya encenyuzwe lapha sithi mvele empandeni, ngapha kukibo kamama empandeni. Mina ubaba wami is a Congolese from Katanga province, wavela wabuya kudala uzowabhebha khona, wafunda khona boyenza into. Then something happened eyangizwisa ubuhlungu kakhulu ukuthi after sengibuyile lapha empini kuyavotwa lapha Ndebele, ngizwe sokufakwa izinto ezinjengokuthi if one of your parent is a foreigner, you are not supposed to vote. You have to renounce. Nilo document. It's a plain paper ibhale ilesidindo, ile picture yami. Yabhalwa ngaphansi, the subject is a citizen of Zimbabwe. Coming after the war,
so
angisavunyelwa ukuvota.
Kahle umkongolese according to this document.
Yes.
But you fought the war here.
Yes, I fought the war.
So
I was born here in Zimbabwe. Yeah. My father is a Congolese.
So usumele nikwe citizenship.
So kumele nikwe citizenship. Ngahamba ngayo office 100 ngaphiwa leyo ukuze ngabuya lapha. Ngabuya la ngiyabona nje kwesikhathi nxa into kuyathi kuma passport lapho lezokuthi kuyafunakala ama requirements to have a passport blah blah blah, bese kuthiwa ngathi, did you renounce your citizenship, or kuthiwa a certificate of what so nekhonokuyani ngilakho bayabe kufuna lapha. But ngizibuze ngithi hayi, but this is so painful, they shouldn't do this.
On that note, you know, it's quite sad that these are some of the challenges that we have with our you know, legal system. You know, people still have to renounce. Kulabanye abantu to ama alien, kulabanye abantu 00 and all those kind of things. And some of these people, like he's saying, they're people who fought for this country, who are the liberators, but they are now foreigners in the land that they were born. And it's interesting that, you know, most people, you know, I've talked to people who were in the liberation and they've had their regrets, but what happened, and he has no regrets. But I hope that we have learned a lot from the program, and we'll continue to talk to our veterans as ZIPRA, because our idea is to make sure that people understand what ZIPRA was all about, what they did, and you know, their achievements and their failures. Of course, we don't necessarily need to have to talk about their achievements only, but the idea is to reflect and learn from them. My name is Zenzele Ndebele. Till we meet again in other programs, have a good day.